little shithead.
Yep.
The genesis of McGillicuddy.
Goes past the brain, the ultimate warrior.
Look at the adjective. Play.
Can't run this fat ass.
Finally, The Rock has come back home.
I'm back.
The boys are back in the saddle on a different platform, so the Atomic Drop Show rides again on YouTube.
Did you miss me? Oh, how I have missed you.
You can talk a little wrestling with us by calling 803-369-3537.
You're gonna give me what I want. I've been asking for it for years.
And now, here are your hosts, Justin Time and Kyle Cruz.
Paul, say something stupid.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
All right, and away we go on episode number 7 on YouTube on tap today. Local hospital sees incline in AEW wrestlers while local medical facility is still waiting for call ahead. Once bitten, twice shy, but what happens if you go 3 times? We talk about the potential return of the XFL. Again. We also break down Jim Cornette's rebuttal from last week, as well as do WrestleMania theme songs really matter? All that and the return of the shot of the week on this week's very special episode of the Atomic Drop Show. And I'm your charming, colorful, and oh so handsome host, Justin Time. And alongside me, all the way out in sunny Orlando, is my co-host, Kyle Cruz. Kyle, how you doing?
Doing well, and that was expertly done. We don't have all of the sound effects back, so I'm going to have to do this manually. Nicely done. Nicely done, my man.
Work in progress.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Still trying to get the hang of things, but I'll tell you what, that is one of the all-time great Atomic Drop Show intros, and we have plenty. So, congrats to you, sir.
Well, thank you. You know, genius like this doesn't come easy.
No, and you certainly don't make it look easy. Anyway.
No.
So...
Appreciate that, I think.
Hey, it's a major compliment somewhere buried deep in there. Hey, so really quick, you hate to be a downer, right? You have to.
Of course.
You know,
it starts the show off on a high note here. Guaranteed future repeat right here.
Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. We can't just not talk about it. We have to. Obviously, the biggest news of the week, the tragedy. It's kind of even hard to talk about it. Chad Gaspard, dead. Saving his son. That's an extraordinary way to go. But yeah, what a story that was, right?
Yeah, that one kind of got caught in the feels right there. Amongst the world slowly burning, this one as a wrestling community, this one hurts. It's sad. You know better than anyone that I was a big time Crime Time mark.
We all were, absolutely.
And hearing that back when it broke, that there was potentially still might be alive, we all held our heads high, and sadly that was not the case. When Lillian Garcia was actually out there, she said it best, that wrestling fans and wrestling members and just wrestlers as general, they all feel the same emotion at once when a tragedy like this hits, because we in all, we are a big family. We know, we watch these people and we live vicariously through them. And when something like this happens, it hurts. It hurts on the inside. It hurts on the outside. It just sucks. I still hurt knowing that Roddy Piper passed away, and one Dusty Rhodes, Macho Man, who was yesterday. He passed away. Was it like 9 years ago, 10 years ago? Yesterday.
Yeah.
These are just really, really, really bad feelings. I remember when you sent me that text message when Macho Man passed away. I remember where I stood, and I went, hell no. And I ran to the nearest work computer and I typed it in, and there it was. And I was like, oh. And also, don't forget, that was also the day of the rapture too.
That was
so Macho Man did save us from the rapture.
Well, so I know that was like the major one, but didn't like 2 or 3 more come after that?
Yeah, but this was the big one.
This was the big one, right? Yeah, man. These days are just incredibly sad, and I think we are all firmly on the F2020 bandwagon. This year sucks, and yeah, for a multitude of reasons.
The Fink. How could we not forget the Fink?
Absolutely. There's the Fink. There have been, unfortunately, just multiple passings, but I'm thinking of somebody else that passed away this year in wrestling. But I'm drawing a blank. It was the Fink with Shad, but I'm drawing a blank on who else it was. But it's just been a really, really sad time. I look, I gotta do it, and I wish I had more time before the show to pull it up from our archives, but I didn't have the time, so I got to put you on the spot. We got to hit it one, right. Like we got to hit it just one more time, like just one more. So you had Shad Gaspard, JTG. You know how they were, Crime Time, and they were all about that money.
Yeah.
That money.
Yeah.
I had to do it. It just warmed the heart a little bit. It had been a minute since I heard it. And so it like just thinking about those moments with Crime Time and Shad in particular. I think about probably like one of my favorite moments was the feud with John Cena and JBL. And John Cena and Crime Time destroyed JBL's limo. They like spray painted it, and then I think Shad took like a baseball bat or a lead pipe or some kind of object, and just beat the crap out of the car, just beat the crap out of the windows and everything too. And it was just like, hey, like that was a memorable moment. All of the vignettes and everything just before them actually arriving in WWE, just great stuff. Shad, man, yeah, this is tough. It's really, really tough, man.
It's sad. I will tell you, my favorite vignette was when DX was trying to get back inside the arena, and they went out to a bunch of scalpers, and the scalpers happened to be Crime Time.
Yeah.
And of course, the only person that could understand them would be Shawn Michaels, because Shawn Michaels speaks jive.
He speaks jive.
And when you think local ethnic homeboys, you think Shawn Michaels. I mean, that's the first one that come to mind.
Yeah, I don't know how many hoops you had to jump through in order to describe that, but I salute you, sir, because there are so many ways you could have gone with that, and you chose, like, you had some tact. So I appreciate that. I really do.
What was it? They had tickets uptown, downtown, all around, all the way around up in the grill, and they settled on a deuce down low.
Oh shoot! Hey, look, just one more thing, and I have to get this out the way. Another moment. One of my favorite moments. WWE. It was around Christmas time, and Crime Time had to go. Like, they showed up at like this old folks home, and they started singing hood Christmas carols. And it was the most fantastic thing. Like I was so taken aback because Shad could actually sing, and I'm like, yo, like, where's this hidden talent? Like, what's going on here? I'm not gonna sing the lyrics because or pull up the audio because you might get taken down and sued and cease and desist and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just the amount of range that Shad had in particular obviously helped him. He did a lot of work in Hollywood. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, didn't some word break a few months ago that he was writing the script about like backstage wrestling politics, and it was supposed to be this big like wrestling drama, and I could be wrong, but I thought it was going to be like
I've never heard of this.
Really? Yeah, no.
No.
I want to say it was supposed to be backed by The Rock. Like The Rock, like his production company picked it up.
$7.
Yeah, $7 picked it up, and now I could be getting that wrong, but I believe that's accurate. And so Shad just had this, had this pilot script. And it apparently got green lit, and they were gonna go into filming, sometime. Give me the green light. Hey! Don't give it to him too early here. Don't give it to him too early here. But yeah, Shad was a big player in Hollywood. I believe his body was scanned for I am going to get this so wrong. Was it Gears of War? Oh, man. I'm going to have to find it. But he had far-reaching appeal beyond the wrestling ring. And also, and I promise, like, this is the last one for now. I might just come up with more memories as the show goes on. But even outside of the wrestling ring and outside of his WWE stint, all I can think of was the moment. It went viral, the moment with Shad and MVP as they, as they cried when Kofi Kingston finally won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania last year. Yeah. And so look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, why that's a big deal to me. And so
slightly,
right? So they showed the emotion that all of us felt. And so that just even look, I didn't know him personally or anything like that. But I know that from everything that people have said, he had the biggest heart to people within wrestling. Obviously, he died basically sacrificing himself for his son. He legitimately died a hero, and he was selfless in life and selfless in death as well. And just gotta say, rest in peace, man. He'll be missed for sure,
without question. So now on to some uplifting.
Yes, let's get to it.
Feel free to call into the show. Phone number is 803-369. My screen just went blank.
Oh,
so that's cool.
Sorry, it is 803-369-3537. That is 803. I will say it slowly because I have a tendency to speak up when I speak. Okay, it is 803-369-3537. Once again, 803-369-3537. Call us up. talk a little wrestling with us. WWE, AEW, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite, Double or Nothing coming up this Saturday. Backlash coming up. The greatest wrestling match ever with Randy Orton and Edge is coming up. All this stuff, we can talk about it. So call us up. You see the number on your screen if you're watching here on YouTube, or if you're listening to a playback. Don't be shy. Call us up. Thursday nights, round about 9:30ish, Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. There you go, baby.
Eastern Standard.
Finally on the East Coast.
There you go.
Say it again. Eastern sounds so good.
9:30 Eastern Time. Catch us here on the Atomic Drop Show. Call in live. Interact with us. Do what you can, and come talk to you boys, man.
So, before we get this roller coasters headed off here.
Yes.
You heard me on the phone with brother-in-law.
Yes. What is happening with brother-in-law here? With I don't have a clever name for brother time.
We'll just
here.
call him brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Brother time. Yeah. Brother time.
Brother time it is.
Brother. Yeah, it'll come later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Patent pending.
Mrs. Time. She was bored not too long ago, and she went surfing the internet, and the internet's a big ass place.
Yes, it is.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
And I remember in elementary school that we had to surf the internet together with another person because it was just so big, and this is when the internet was in its infancy.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a thing. Hey.
All right. I think I might have skipped that era. I don't know if we had to.
Yeah. I'm showing my age here.
We were too busy playing the Oregon Trail. So.
Yeah, I was still playing Oregon Trail. Next to Carmen Sandiego.
Hey, shout out. Anyway, all right. So your wife was surfing the internet,
and she came across this auction site. Okay.
Okay.
And on this auction site, they have pallets or skids or whatever you want to call them, filled with kitchen goods. Now, what kind of kitchen goods would you think would be on here?
So wait, are we talking like everyday kitchen goods? What, like spatulas and pots and pans and or
I would go. I go like a blender.
Oh, all right. So we're talking blenders. We are talking about
big ticket items.
All right. Yeah. So I
toasters,
suppose. Toasters, blenders, maybe a microwave, maybe so
maybe an Instant Pot or two.
Maybe an Instapot. Maybe so.
Or a crock pot. I maybe like a Dirt Devil.
A Dirt Devil.
Yes, you haven't heard that name in a minute, have you?
I sure haven't. A Dirt Devil. Who's out here selling Dirt Devils?
Not this guy.
Okay.
So imagine a skid built like this. Now imagine two of them, because Mrs. Time bought two of those style of skids.
Okay. Why? All right.
Because our goal, her goal is that we are going to sit here and now resell them.
Resell them?
Yes.
So what's the strategy here? Why what are you going to do to help drive up that value of them?
Well, I was thinking of having you shill for me.
Really?
Well, no.
I was gonna say what, like on the spot? I could try. I'd rather not.
No, what we're gonna probably end up doing is we'll probably be posting a lot of this on the Facebook Marketplace.
Absolutely. Okay.
And so I have to drive about an hour and a half out of my way to go pick up these two giant ass skids of product. Apparently, one of them has a complete box of Starburst 2 and another box of Jolly Ranchers.
So, hey, all right. So I'm gonna get all up in the business now. How much
Okay.
is this?
I'll tell you off air.
Fantastic. Well, well, hey, and look, we might as well just throw it out there. If you're interested in this offer, feel free to call us now at 803-369-3537. If you're interested, you already know, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on all social media. And, you know, we might be able to work something out.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I want to try to start actually getting on Twitch.
Twitch. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now, you know, Twitch is...
This is something we haven't discussed yet.
So, now, look, Twitch is usually... I mean, like, they have all kinds of content, but it's usually for gamers. So, are you, like, just trying to just hop on different platforms, or are you trying to get into a little bit of a, you know, like, just a little bit of gaming again? Like, are you trying to jump back into Red Dead 2 again, or what's the deal?
Oh, well, truthfully, I just recently finished Star Wars Fallen Order.
And how is that?
That was pretty good. I was content with it. I was content with the ending.
That's fair.
So currently, at this moment in time, I haven't gotten anything, and what I really, really want to get into is I want to get into. I'm a little late to the party, but it's God of War 3 or whatever the last one is.
God of War 3. Yeah, I heard like a lot of good things about it. You know, I like, generally speaking, those aren't my kinds of games because most of my friends know I'm like just a strictly sports guy. The occasional fighting game, but other friends of mine speak highly of the Gears of War, God of War. I forget.
God of War.
God of War. Thank you. All right. See, so there's a lot of wars, and there's, you know, Gears of War, Gods of War, you know, blank of wars. But my friends speak highly of that series as well. So it might be something to get into.
As long as you're not playing Raid Shadow Legends.
See,
Have you seen that ad?
no.
You have not seen that ad?
Or maybe I have, and I just
it's all over YouTube.
I probably just skip it because I look
It's like a 5-second one, and it goes, "Let's play Raid Shadow Legends," and it download for free.
Oh, I might have seen it, but it probably just didn't leave a massive impact. I will say that the only game, and look, like I said, I'm not a massive gamer like that. I'm a sports gamer, which means my standards are super, super low because I'll buy the same game every year. Shout out to Madden. But one thing, the only game, actually, there's two, and technically they are both sports games. One, because I'm a massive golf fan, and so PGA Tour Golf from 2K is coming out. That's gonna be awesome.
I saw that one. And the other one is Big Buck Hunter, right?
It is not Big Buck Hunter. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah.
But there's like this series of like games called farming simulators.
Have you seen that?
Dude, I've gone to the freaking Target, and I've gone in their game section, and they're up to like Farming Simulator 17. I'm like, okay, number one, how is this even like how is this a thing? How is this real life? Okay, look, I felt like I was the only guy when I was growing up who actually enjoyed the first SimCity. And it felt like nobody bought that. Like, nobody talks about that at all. That seems infinitely more satisfying than Farming Simulator. I don't get that at all.
Now, have you seen... what's the other game that you're going to get before I get you off track?
Sure. So, this is a remastering of one of the greatest...
Tony Hawk?
Yeah, absolutely. Tony Hawk 1 and 2, that's the one. I am all in. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the first one. You know what? I actually didn't love the second one, but I'm willing to give it a shot. The original Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the first game, is one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life. And I was on a search. Like, I have my classic console, I have my N64. I was on a quest to get the N64 Tony Hawk Pro Skater cartridge. The problem was I could only find it for like $200. Now, it's a great game, but it's not worth that much. So now,
not at all.
Yeah, so I see that this game is coming out, this remaster joint, with most of the soundtrack. Not all, but most of the soundtrack. I'm sold. Now, please, see, what were you gonna do to try to get me off topic?
Oh, no, I was gonna ask, have you seen the video game Untitled Goose Game?
Untitled Goose Game?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
So the premise of it is that you are a goose.
Okay.
Shocking.
Yes.
And you go around like parks and buildings and whatnot as an actual goose, and you just cause chaos.
Okay.
It Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game, and you are a reckless goose.
Yeah, that's it. You sit there and you just cause chaos. For an example, you can grab somebody's picnic basket and run it across and throw it into the pond, or drag it into the pond with you.
I love it. Yo, if I'm that goose, I'm going to have all the soggy bread. It's going to happen. Yo, reckless goose on the loose.
Dropping a deuce
after hiding bread in my caboose. Like, that's basically what's happening. Like, I'm actually interested in this game now. So Untitled Goose Game.
Yes.
I am intrigued. I'm gonna pre-order that mug right damn now.
Oh, it's already out. You don't even have to pre-order.
It's out. Wait, and it's called...
It's out.
And it's actually called Untitled
It's actually
Goose Game.
called Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game. All right, so I am...
Do a search right now.
So I'm not going to pull it up on here, on like just on the screen, but Untitled Goose Game.
If you want, follow along, listeners. Feel free to type in Untitled Goose Game into your web browser or whatever tablet or cellular device that you have right now at this point in time, so you can join along on the discussion.
So I am typing this on YouTube, and so the first option here is Untitled Goose Game full game. That is 2 hours and 22 minutes. Now I'm good.
Okay.
Wait, so it's on the Switch?
It's on the Switch. It's on the PlayStation. I think it might be on the Xbox too. I think I don't know much about the Xbox, but you already know my stance on that.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I do know it does exist, so I can't see why it would exist on 2 and not 3.
So I'm just going to. So I typed in Untitled Goose Game PS4 into YouTube. Untitled Goose Game PS4. And I'm scrolling down, and so this is actually a trailer, but the first thing I see, it's called Untitled Goose Game State of Play Coming Soon trailer, and it is by PlayStation. It currently has 74,000 views. So it's a minute 56. I'm not going to play the entire thing, but let's take a look at this thing. Let's see what we're doing here. I'm gonna turn this sound down because I don't want to get a strike. Oh, there's a sandwich. Yo, how did you hear about this game?
You know,
There's an apple.
it was my son.
Wait, so who's this game marketed toward?
Virtually anybody.
Yo, you got carrots, soccer balls, a walkie-talkie. That thing's done. You got a package, a cone. Oh, this is brilliant. Hold on a second. Wait. This mug is on PS4. They are they are charging full price for random. Oh, yo, the goose just poked him in the butt.
Yep.
With his beak. Oh, this is awesome.
Animal abuse right there.
Animal abuse. I am sold. I'm sold. Oh, and the goose is running away with the keys. Yo, the keys are gone. He's running.
Honk.
He's going. Yoink. He's gone.
I'm telling you, this game has it all.
Reckless goose on the loose. This is crazy. It's swimming. Yo. And the keys go in the water next to the cooler and the Lacey Evans hat.
Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is fantastic.
What you do want to do in quarantine.
This might be an appropriate waste of time. I think I like it. Gary the Goon, the goose is on the loose and he's jacking keys. I love it. If this is available on Xbox, then I might have to go through and
do it
and see what I can do. I'm highly intrigued by this.
Untitled Goose Game, ladies and gentlemen. Untitled Goose Game.
Thank you for putting me up on game, brother. Much appreciated.
Oh, no problem. So I say that because you and I spoke about a fellow YouTuber. His name was Mr. A Game.
Yes.
He's an Australian YouTube contenter, video game contenter, and my son seems to adore him, and I get a kick out of his humor.
Sure.
He does some great videos, and believe it or not, he gave us a shout out.
He did
twice.
Well, twice. Yo, that's massive. That's massive. So
I know, right?
Yeah. So now, is that the reason why you're trying to go on Twitch? Are you trying to capitalize on the momentum?
I'm trying. I'm feeling good here. I'm feeling good about this. God, I forgot that's how we got on this stupid thing.
Yo, see, look, all you got to do is pick up this Entitled Goose Game. Just start streaming that. Just stream that.
Yeah.
Cause all kinds of havoc. And you'll get, thousands of views and millions of dollars. Had to do it.
Hey.
It is. Hey, don't start yawning on me yet.
I'm sorry.
Show's still young, dagnabbit.
Yeah, whatever. We are 42 minutes into this, and we have talked a little bit of wrestling news here.
We're actually that's how long we've been talking before we went live too. But yes, we have been on for a while. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
But yes, we are a wrestling show, and we talked about Shad, but hey, you switched the conversation and you made it lighter, so thank you for that, Mr. Just in Time. So there's a lot of stuff to get into. Obviously the just all the big ones, your Raws, your SmackDowns, your NXTs, your AEWs, all that stuff. What do you want to get into right now, man? I'm gonna let you drive this conversation real quick. All
right. Well, let's lead off with the top of the show, like we talked about, the untimely incidences of AEW before their biggest show of the year.
Yeah, so coming up this Saturday, just for just for you folks, AEW is going live this Saturday. Double or Nothing 2. Got Mike Tyson. I think it's Mike Tyson there. I mean, like, I don't know. He's going to present the championship to either Cody or Lance Archer when they win the TNT championship. But it's cool. He's a name, but all right, that's fine. So please tell us what the heck is going on in AEW. What's the deal?
The injury bug from 2016 or whenever it was when it took out the whole Raw roster has now crept in. Oh, it has now crept its ugly head into AEW.
Sad day. So who's first up? Who's suffering the injury bug?
Well, one of them was none other than one Dr. Britt Baker.
Britt Baker. Oh, well.
Britt apparently got a, I wouldn't say a botched, maybe a botched moonsault, and was it Nyla Rose fell onto her knee and supposedly tore up her ACL.
Dude.
Something fierce. And it could be out for about 9 months or longer.
That long? Are you serious?
Yes.
Yo, so
that's what this reporter's heard.
Where and who's this from again?
Ringside News.
Ringside News. They're they got
semi-reputable.
They're semi-reputable, and they got rid of Brad Shepard, so that is good. You hope it's not that bad. It just really sucks because Britt Baker was really on a heck of a run doing her
yes.
Her role model gimmick, and her interactions with freaking Tony Schiavone was awesome. And she was, just really leaning into this heel persona, and to see her just succumb to an injury, that sucks. She battled a concussion around when was that? That was not Fyter Fest, but the one after that, Fight for the Fallen.
Fight for the Fallen. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and that kept her out for a little while last year. Just sucks. You hope she stays healthy. Man, that's a bummer. Like that one hurts him. Absolutely.
That one just sucks. It was a bad time for freaking AEW to lose her.
Yeah.
Another one up was one of the Young Bucks. I can't remember which one because they kind of freaking look the same. Ooh. And we're getting a phone call in.
Okay, who's on the line? Hey, hello, caller, Justin. All right, so we are,
and here's what happened. I hit the wrong button. So,
oh well, that happens. It happens. So did we lose the call?
Yep, but they'll call back.
Awesome, cool. Well, in case you need the number again, 803-369-3537. 803-369-3537. When you want to sit and talk some.
There we go.
Oh, we got another call. Here we go. See if we can do it.
Caller, you're on the air.
What's happening, boys?
It's none other than legendary Atomic Drop superfan Jimmy Z.
Back in business.
Damn Skippy hippie.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Rock and roll ain't noise pollution,
It is. I'm right there with you.
So how you guys doing, all right?
Hanging in there, man.
Doing
Absolutely.
good. Doing all right. Congratulations on your brand new relaunch. It seems like it is now Jimmy Z's 2.0 over there.
Yeah, the rebirth of the grand opening, which is pretty wild because like our original grand opening was May of 03. And we opened up last day of January of 03, but we didn't have our grand opening until May. And so it was wild that like 17 years later we endured the grand opening. So it was a cool flash opening. I had a lot of fun with it. So it's just been super successful. So how you guys doing?
Well,
Good.
we're doing all right here.
Yeah.
We're just we're breaking down a little bit of little AEW at the moment. Do you have any let me get this out of the way real quick. I know Kyle loves to ask you this. Have you seen any wrestling this week?
I have not seen any wrestling like in 2 weeks. Maybe.
Well, I mean, hey, we're we were on a good little streak, a few weeks ago, but it's all right.
Sorry, man, but like no crowd is just too tough, man. I
hear you.
It's just too tough. It's too tough. The fact that the state of Florida deemed World Wrestling Entertainment essential is, man, does it get any more like J.R. Ewing? Does it get any more Dallas-esque? I mean, like, who paid who off? I mean, go in the same boat with, the NBA and the NHL and baseball, for God's sakes, and, just give it a fucking rest.
I mean, look, I understand, look, people have deemed it necessary for people to have certain kinds of entertainment. And I don't think it's the best move. And the WWE's empty arena shows haven't been the greatest. I think AEW's done a decent job because they have their wrestlers at ringside, and so it gives the shows a little bit of energy. But yeah, man, it's a weird time, and wrestling with no crowds just somehow just for some reason it just doesn't work that well. And you still have companies running, $60 pay-per-views like AEW is going to do on Saturday. So. But hey, on the bright side, they have Mike Tyson, so I guess that counts for something.
There you go. Baddest man on the planet.
Who's got Mike Tyson?
That's AEW.
AEW.
He's coming to present the belt to the winner of either Cody Rhodes or Lance Archer. It's the finals of the TNT Championship. So it makes all the sense in the world that they have this 3 or 4 week tournament for a television championship on television, and the finals are on a pay-per-view. Makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah. But the pay-per-view is also on television, so I mean,
it's not on TNT though.
The TNT Championship. You're right. Listen, man.
Hey, I don't know. It's one of those things.
It is one of those things. So, have you been following any of the AEW out there, Jimmy?
Hey, Jimmy, man, are you there?
And I think we lost him.
We lost Jimmy. Okay.
We lost Jimmy. Okay, well, that's how the show works. We didn't even get phone donged.
All right. Well, hey, it does happen. But you were saying before Jimmy called back that one of the Young Bucks one of the Young Bucks got injured, and I'm trying to figure out which Young Buck it was. They seem perpetually injured though. Like Nick,
Don't they?
Matt Jackson has been selling his back for like 12 years. So I don't.
True
do you
that.
recall what kind of injury it was?
It was a rib injury.
A rib injury. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to do this right now.
No worries.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So, look at that. Let's see, right here, the Young Bucks jumped on the screen in the form of a dual crossbody dives onto the inner circle. Those first spots, I can't read this. Those first spots was the culprit, as doctors believe that Matt Johnson might have a broken rib. It's noted as a total fluke thing, as they actually took bigger risks before. But yes, one Matt Johnson looks like he has a broken rib.
I'm pretty sure it's Matt Jackson, but yes,
Matt
Johnson is a good buddy of ours. But no, it's Matt.
Big shout out.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, Matt Jackson would be the person on the right for all of our fans that are watching here on the live stream. On the YouTube. So, so that is another major thing. I mean, like, it was their first show back, and so I saw the clips of the preview to the what did Jericho name it? The Stadium Showdown, or what's the match called? What's the match going to be called on Saturday? I'm going to look it up. No, AEW.
I will tell you this, young fans out there. I was the AEW correspondent and took great pride in that. Because of Hulu jacking up its streaming price for live television, I pretty much got rid of Hulu Live. So now I cannot even go back to watch AEW Live. So now I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm kind of behind, but I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to read all the results so I can report it to you, the fans.
Well, thank you for that, and I've kind of stepped in a little bit. I have been going back, and I have caught up on all AEW with the exception of the entirety of this week's episodes. This week's episode. I've seen all of the relevant clips and all that stuff. Saw obviously the return really of the Elite, because the Young Bucks were off of television for, gosh, it seemed like 2 months. Hangman Adam Page has been gone just as long. And so they came back to join forces with Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy, who for some reason is a member of the Elite now. But yeah, so it's going to be the Elite versus the Inner Circle this Saturday night at Double or Nothing. No matter what, it should be a really good show. AEW has incredible wrestling, bell to bell wrestling. I don't think anybody can really dispute that, unless your name is Jim Cornette. But I think if you're gonna pay to, just pay that much money, just plop that amount of money down on a show, especially during a pandemic and not a whole lot of people having a whole lot of money, you better believe in what you're getting. And AEW sells themselves on having the very best wrestling around, and week to week, it's kind of hard to argue. They have some really good shows going on right now.
That they do. Jimmy's been trying to call back in too. We're still trying to get these bugs worked out here.
So we are trying. If you need to take a step away, then that's perfectly fine. we will do what we have to do. As a matter of fact, and this is going to be a nice little trial run. If you need to hang up the call, then you can, and you can call back in, and we should be like, that should work if you tell them to call again after that. So
okay,
if you
let
want
me
to try
disconnect the call real quick.
yeah, that should work, and I will continue to break things down here about AEW Double or Nothing coming to you Saturday night. And I am going to go through the card here, so bear with me. We are looking at a 9-match card. A 9-match card. Now, this includes Chris Statlander versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. If it's true that Baker is going to be out for Double or Nothing, if she's going to be out because of this knee injury, which I saw the bump, Nyla, oh, hold on a second. We are getting another call. And Justin, are you here with us?
I am here.
Okay, cool beans. You are currently live. And so yeah, tell Jimmy to call back in whenever he can. But
absolutely,
yeah.
Feel free to share that screen.
Share the screen, absolutely. We will share the screen right now. I am. Oh, hold on a second. Wait a minute. There we go. Trying to run the studio and talk at the same time. It's a little like I'm so used to being behind the scenes and running switchboards and stuff like that. It's a bit of a learning curve here. So call in now, 803-369-3537 if you want to join in on the fun. Jimmy, call us up, 803-369-3537. Once again, just continuing to go down the Double or Nothing card. I am certain that Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander will no longer take place if these injury reports are true. One of the headline matches on the show, it's a couple favorites. Jon Moxley defends the AEW championship against your guy, Mr. Brody Lee. I know you've been high on Brody for a very long time. What do you think of what he's doing in AEW as this Mr. McMahon / cult leader / whatever you want to call him, just this hybrid that is a far departure from what he was doing in WWE?
There we go. Jimmy, are you back?
Hello, technical difficulties, but I'm back, and we should be good now.
It happens, but we're glad to have you back.
It's like old school via satellite shit that they used to do on WWF, sometimes shit went down. Like, it was kind of like that,
I hear you. I gotcha.
Yeah. So where the hell was I when I got cut off? Because I kept on fucking going until I realized that, my shit went out,
So I was asking if you were a fan of AEW.
I don't hate it, but I don't necessarily love it.
I'm in the same boat, man. I understand.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I mean,
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm more pissed off that AEW would be super hot right now if this never happened. Like that, I am pissed off about that. And Brody, because that shit was hot. And Hardy came the same night. That with the crowd, that had momentum, man. That does piss me off.
This isn't flipping it, but with Jimmy Z. But you know what? We do appreciate your enthusiasm.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
You can't.
No, you're 100% correct.
So that does
You were
piss me off.
100% correct.
Yeah.
If we had
The
the
Brody
ability
stuff-
to have, if we had the ability to get people back in the stands and whatnot, I feel like this would be a whole completely different kind of ball game.
And I'll be honest with you, like even if they were to like say this magically like happen next week. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of that shit's gone now. You know what I mean? Like, but Rochester and Hardy the same night. I know I just said this like 45 seconds ago, but I'm saying it again. Damn.
So apparently, Cody had a interview about a shareholders meeting, so to speak.
Shareholder
And
meeting. All right.
Not a shareholders, a state of the company. How about that? A state of the company meeting.
Sure.
And to go back to the Rochester show, he said that the Rochester, New York show will absolutely happen. It's like, we are not denying the fans a Rochester, New York show at all. We will be their first New York stop. So I thought that was beyond hella cool for Cody to even come out there and say that. And I don't know if I like that picture with or without that neck tattoo.
Yeah, I don't have any pictures with the neck tattoo, thankfully, because that neck tattoo is trash. It's trash. And here's the thing, like I actually like the logo. It's a cool enough looking logo.
That's a badass cool.
Yeah, but don't put it on your neck. Just look, it's your body. Do whatever you want. But look, so this is how you know Cody. This is how you know Cody has a spot locked down in wrestling forever, because he can't get acting jobs. He can't go He can't go work at the local Walmart or the Wegmans or the Publix or the damn Piggly Wiggly with that big ass tattoo on his neck. You know he's all in because of this ridiculous tattoo. It looks cool enough on its own, but on his neck, nah, Chief, that ain't it. That ain't it.
So if somebody was to offer you $500,000 to get yourself that same neck tattoo, would you do it?
No. What? Why?
$500,000?
No. Well, so one, I don't like needles like that. So no. There is absolutely no way. No way.
Dude, I sign me up and I'll just put like foundation over it every damn day for the rest of my life. I don't have a problem applying makeup to cover that shit up.
Dude, here's the thing. If I'm gonna go through all that pain, I'm gonna show it off. And I'm not trying to show off that particular tattoo, so I would not do it. Nah. Probably like no amount of money. Nah. I'm good.
Now, how do you think Brandy responded to that?
She probably encouraged him to do it.
You think?
Yeah.
Like, don't you think you should like kind of reposition it somewhere, like elsewhere?
Look, I don't know what they do. But
listen, man. Cody is the latest victim of keeping it real going wrong.
In a multitude of ways. Absolutely. Jimmy, you called it again.
What can I say?
Hey. It's what you do.
Been off for a week. I'm hot.
There you go.
I'm ready to go. Woo!
So then let us know, like tell us something, drop a couple hot takes on us. What's the deal? Talk to us, my man. What you got?
Well, I haven't watched it, so like honestly, I don't have anything when it comes to that. But like I did watch the Undertaker stuff. I thought that was great.
Yeah, how is that? Because I haven't seen any of that stuff yet.
Oh, the Undertaker stuff is fucking awesome. I mean, it's nice to finally see him. You saw, you really did see a part of Mark Calloway when it was American Badass, because that was really him. Like,
Right.
honestly, like, so this is almost kind of like just a 10 years later version of an American Badass, of just kind of just doing that, because it was kind of all the same, minus bandana and all that stuff. But it was great. So you got 2 hours of some good stuff. Vince is on there, looking old as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
All right.
You know what I mean? So,
We'll get to him later.
But so that was good. I'm trying to remember if I've seen it. I did watch some Superstars a couple weeks ago. I do like the old school Saturday morning Superstars. I mean, like, I remember going to Rochester show, and it was the Superstars taping with the main event of Sergeant Slaughter and Hulk Hogan. He was like in, he was in camouflage pants.
There you go.
I'm thinking it was like, I can't remember. It was either right before WrestleMania 7 or right after WrestleMania 7, clearly, but I can't remember which one it was. And I remember watching the Texas Tornado beat Mr. Perfect. Or no, it was Perfect beat Texas Tornado. I'm sorry. So, and well, now actually it was right before Survivor Series. So it was right before Survivor Series 91, or was it right before Survivor Series 92? If you can remember whichever one that, it was 91, because I don't think Texas Tornado was around 92. So anyways, Tornado drops the title to Mr. Perfect at Superstars. It was before Survivor Series. You watch Survivor Series, and Texas Tornado still has his belt on, because that episode of Superstars hasn't aired yet. So, like, it was cool shit like that. So I watched a little bit of that on the network. And I'm waiting for more episodes of Ruthless Aggression. I've seen every episode of that so far, or every episode, yeah, and it's been great. That's definitely been a series I'm looking forward to more of coming out.
So I've been like lagging on my network documentaries because I haven't seen any of the Undertaker The Last Ride series, and I heard nothing but great things about the Ruthless Aggression series, but I haven't even seen a single episode of that either. So I have a lot of catching up to do.
Like, now, have you watched anything on the network?
Well, I mean, yeah, but like I'll watch. I'm trying to think of the last thing on the network, like documentary wise. I watched the last thing I watched was the Morrison documentary, which was, I forget when that was. Yeah, like several months ago. But anything after that, like I don't. Nah, I mean, I haven't watched any of the 24. I haven't watched any of the 24s in a minute. The
Edge 24 is great.
That's what I heard. But and
then the Royal Rumble 24 is great. If that's even a 24, but they had a day of Royal Rumble, and then they had like a day of Edge too. I'm pretty sure it was two different ones.
Okay, yeah, no, I like all that kind of stuff. I love that stuff. Like, it's some of the best work that WWE does, but I just haven't had the chance to sit down and devote that kind of time to it. Because usually I get sucked in, and if I watch one, I'll want to watch, more and more and more. So what starts off as being like a half hour easily ends up being 8. Because I just fall down the rabbit holes. It's just kind of like YouTube. So, yeah, I have a list of stuff I guess I got to go through. Because I am way behind.
Yeah. You have a lot of great stuff to watch on the network. and so it's kind of like the opposite. You're like you're staying on top of the live stuff this week, where I just been doing the network stuff. So, but yeah. So what's going on with Luke Harper and excuse me. Damn, I can't believe I just did that shit. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
All right. What's going on with what's going on with Brody Lee? And like, did he just take the belt? Is that the storyline? Like he grabbed it, like in that's that.
Now, Justin, did you drop off before that storyline started, or are you familiar with that one too?
I do know that he has the belt. I do know that he just like up and took it and said mine,
right?
And that's pretty much it. It's kind of like a Dusty storyline right here. Just picked it up and said it's mine, and you can't have it now.
It's kind of like a reverse Sandman story. Well, yes, but I don't know if you remember that storyline from ECW where I believe it was the Sandman just up and stole the belt, and I forget who the champion was at the time. I'm failing as a fan right now, but Sandman just stole the belt and he paraded around for months with the belt, even though he wasn't the champion. The only difference here is that he has a Dark Order on his side. So Brody Lee has, this army of all these followers or creepers or whatever they call them. And I guess they're going to probably just pay off this storyline at Double or Nothing, but it just seems really quick. Maybe it's just the fact that I've, just binge watched a whole bunch of AEW in the past 3 weeks. So it just feels quick. But yeah, it doesn't seem like this big, massive, long building feud. And, I can't see Brody winning the title, but I don't want Brody Lee to go under so quickly. Jon Moxley just won the championship in February, and it's his first, pay-per-view title defense. It just all feels too soon. And I think Brody would be a guy that you could build, or not necessarily build a company around, but you could have him be in that heel champion slot. He has good matches. He has a compelling character, even though I can't define whatever the heck it is. But there's things that you can do with him at the top, and to waste him as an opponent to be Moxley's first pay-per-view his first pay-per-view opponent just seems a little wrong. Just seems a little wrong to me. Enforced.
They're pretty much backed up against a wall and trying to figure out what the hell to do because nobody's getting over with a live crowd. Or with no live crowd. I mean, they're kind of
Pineapple Pete got over, man.
He did. Okay,
I'll
give you a one.
I did catch that. I did. You know what? Now that I think about it, I did catch like 5 minutes of it somewhere somehow. Like I saw that little crowd, the little cheerleading section. Like what was up with that?
So basically, AEW decided, well, look, we're not going to have completely empty shows because as WWE, as their shows kind of just tell you, they're like, when you have nobody in the crowd, it's just super quiet and there's nothing, like there's no energy, there's no life to it. I wouldn't be surprised if soon WWE starts putting some of their wrestlers in the crowd during Raw and SmackDown. I could see it. Just because the difference is striking when you turn on TNT and you have, and sure, it might be a little campy. One side has heels, one side has baby faces, but there's still noise. There's still, some kind of reaction. when wrestlers are cutting promos, you'll still get boos and cheers and all that kind of stuff. There's something. WWE is just silence. It just sounds like customs. It sounds like it just doesn't sound complete.
You know what it sounds like?
What does it sound like?
It sounds exactly like, you know how you'll sit there in old WWE 2K and you try to create a wrestler.
Yes.
And you get to practice their moves inside of the ring.
Absolutely.
It is the same damn thing. You just hear the thump, 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 thump.
Yes.
You take the bump, and there's nothing that compares to having a live crowd there.
It's not the same. It's really not. So I just kind of have this feeling that soon enough the WWE will realize, and they will, just kind of have to admit the fact that, we need somebody out there, especially now when things are becoming more lax here in Florida specifically. Social distancing is becoming, like, that conversation is a little bit muddied. And so I think that soon enough you might see, just random people in the crowd, probably just random wrestlers. I think we are still several months away from actually allowing fans back in buildings again. But I think that there's going to be, like, the shows are going to start to look and feel more similar once WWE adds in their wrestlers in the crowd. I really think that that's something that's coming soon.
Cool deal.
Yes, sir.
And to kind of switch topics here for 1 second.
Sure, what you need.
Or to kind of drive the train over. So we spoke about earlier about one Brody Lee acting like Mr. McMahon.
Yes.
Acting like Vince McMahon. Damn it. And with that said, rumor running around is that Vince is trying to buy back the XFL.
What? Why would he buy?
He's trying to. He's filed bankruptcy, and he's trying to buy it back for a lower price.
I knew he wasn't giving up, man. He ain't giving up. He's going to do this again next year. He just had to cut his losses this year. Makes perfect sense. Alpha Entertainment, bro, for life.
It's I heard that and I went, that is horribly brilliant, and it gave me hope. But it's also a crazy business move too, to sit there, you bankrupt it, and then you take that bankruptcy money and buy it back for lower pennies on the dime. Because you kind of look like the fool doing that. But then you get the ridicule, but you're also getting what you want back. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword right there.
Look, Vince is, he is nothing but a shrewd businessman, and he will undercut and do whatever he has to do to basically get the result he wants. It's clear that he does not want the XFL to fail, and I get it.
I get
right. He doesn't want it to fail again. It has failed twice. One, because, it was just destined to. The second time was completely out of his control. It was better. Like, this season was better than the first season. As far as gameplay, as far as even making production improvements, just the overall stigma around the XFL was gone with this second season. So Vince really was onto something, and to have it cut short by something out of anybody's control, that can't be Vince's final chapter. It just can't be. So I'm not surprised to hear the story, but it is really just peak Vince. Peak Vince.
I have to agree. I mean, he's a madman.
Absolutely.
Everything we have ever said about him is still true. He's a senile, crazy, smart, shrewd businessman.
All the above. Absolutely.
I mean, what more can you freaking want out of him?
Well, healthcare for the wrestlers and pensions and yes, all kinds of stuff. But I understand. Vince is one of a kind, and he's a crazy SOB. He's a crazy SOB for sure,
isn't he?
Yeah.
Vince is a one of a kind individual.
Yes.
That
Indeed.
at the right time, right place, cable television, signed the right people that put their life and their risk and their everything on the line and these people made all-time like legends out of themselves, but at the end of the day, a lot of these guys are gone now, and and these guys definitely didn't get, I think, what they gave. I think Vince got more out of them than they got out of Vince, is where I'm going with this whole thing.
I agree.
Usually that's the story with promoters. Really in any kind of business, but particularly in wrestling. And, obviously the WWE is the biggest wrestling company in the world. So yeah, the talent is gonna, get less out of Vince than Vince gets out of his talent. Like it's just kind of how the top down formula works. Vince will run everybody just into the ground, and he'll do it proudly, and he'll do it without question. And it's how Vince is, and it's nothing new. We all kind of know what to expect, whether it's WWE, whether it's the XFL, whether it's the World Bodybuilding Federation, whether it's
Ico Pro,
whether it's Icro Pro, whether it's any of the other businesses he's started to run. It's the same Vince. There's nothing new under the sun here.
Totally agree. And with that, I feel like we should have our shot of the day.
Shot of the day. Hey, so
shot of the week, a shot of the day.
It's all.
We got to get the music going.
So we do. I have to pull it up, and we will have that for next week. I don't want to.
All right.
To hum it because I'm not in a singing frame of mind right now, but I am picturing it and I'm imagining it. So what are we toasting, or what are we shotting up today, huh?
Okay, so I have been exploring Reddit. I'm still a avid Reddit user now, and Bray Wyatt was on. Somebody posted a image of Bray Wyatt, and he has his own mask that he wears out in public. And it's actually the Fiend mask. You're probably wondering, how does that even work? And I will send you a picture right now, because I specifically took this screenshot.
I actually pulled up Reddit right now, and so feel free to send it to me. If you can send it on your PC so I can put it up on the screen, that'd be awesome.
Oh boy, you're asking for the world.
Unless you or no, just send it. Are you on Skype on your phone right now? Temporarily dropping off. Okay, reconnection successful. I believe we are still back. I believe so. Okay. All right. Well, so I'm going to let everybody rejoin here because currently I am the only one on the line, but that's okay. That's okay. So we have our shot of the day coming up with Bray Wyatt. But really quick, I want to get into Double or Nothing. I'm trying to break down this card, man. I really am. So let me. Oh, well, I have the picture, and let's see here if we can pull this mug up. Let's see what we're doing here. So Double or Nothing coming up this Saturday, and yep, got the photo here. Sorry guys, we are doing a little bit of inside baseball. This is what we do here as we try to just try and kind of sort the kinks out here on the Atomic Drop Show. We are a work in progress, still trying to get used to everything here, but we have a lot of interesting stuff developing for this Saturday. Cody versus Lance Archer. Cody with Arn Anderson and Brandy Rhodes versus Lance Archer with Jake the Snake. The tournament final for the inaugural AEW TNT Championship. Heavy storyline. It's gotten the most storyline support. Pretty much like most stories with AEW, Cody gets the most support. And my co-host is joining in. Justin, are you here?
We are here. I am here.
Awesome. Fantastic. So I got the photo, and let me go ahead and cut it in there. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, has the Fiend mask. I'll tell you what, that's a pretty dope mask.
Isn't that a dope mask?
That's pretty sick, man. I am thoroughly impressed. And now, do they sell that mask on WWE Shop?
I think that was a custom mask.
Well, that is a dope mask, and it fits so well. I mean, it's him, so it makes a whole lot of sense. But that is sick. That is absolutely sick.
I want him to go into 7-Eleven and just start banging on the door saying, "Let me in."
Yeah. I would love to see how that turns out.
Or what's even better is that while looking at that photo, his hair is wasping in that sweet Florida sun, and he's got a palm tree behind there, so it kind of makes him look like the Fiend's on vacation.
The Fiend's on vacation. Sounds like a bad sequel,
doesn't it?
Dude,
they had Weekend at Bernie's too, so.
Oh gosh, yeah, that is true, dude. It like that sounds like the sequel post sequel. All right, it's like the Fiend post Seth Rollins Hell in a Cell match. Like, it's that bad.
Yeah,
is that bad. But the mask is dope, so I'm down to take a shot for that.
All right. So we salute you, none other than Bray Wyatt. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yes, sir.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the holas, bicholas. Oh, that Yeti's good.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right.
Speaking of Yeti, I would be remiss if we did not make mention of this before we go. And I already know what you're thinking. How could we go almost a whole entire show without mentioning Reload Rub and Seasonings?
Hey, how could we ever do that? Joel and Stacy, y'all are amazing. ReloadRub.com. Get your seasonings, man. You already know. That double action is where it's at. That pack and heat is where it's at. The Magnum, the High Caliber. It is all there at your fingertips, and I'm telling you, it is life changing. It is life changing. I legit put it on
Preach.
everything. I put it on everything, and I cannot recommend this enough. Take it from your resident fat boy. I have used a lot of it. It brings out so much flavor in whatever you're making. Look, I'm not gonna steal your thunder, but you got yourself the smoker. I see you out here with all the meat.
I'm smoking, baby.
And now look, I'm seeing these, these finished products, and I know you got some Reload Rub on there, right? I know you
always,
do.
every time. I salt, pepper, and garlic just does not cut it anymore when I can just put on some sweet Reload Rub and seasoning.
It is incredible, and this will legitimately transform your food. I am not saying this. I don't shill for just anything. This is legit. Justin,
hear that? That's a bottle right here of Reload sitting on my desk.
I don't know, man. It sounds like it needs some more.
Well, you need more.
Oh, there you go.
See, there you go.
Hey. So I might have to put an order in myself because a double action is going quick. That mug is going quick. So I might have to. I might have to
ask for the tank.
Ask for the tank. Please explain the tank for our listeners. What do you mean by that?
The tank is their big boy, their tall boy. That is like the economy pack of seasoning. They dropped that for an Atomic Drop exclusive a couple weeks ago. And if you want to get your hands on that bad boy, go to reloadrubandseasoning.com. Use promo code Atomic Drop. Save yourself 10% at checkout. Come on, boys. Come on, girls. You know you want to.
Save 10% and transform your food. Season your meat with Reload Rub.
Reload your right. Reload your life.
Reload your life. Please. You have to. It look, I can't be any more on the nose. We are fully supportive, and we're not just shills. We use it on everything. It is quality. Pick yourself up some. Go to reloadrub.com. Save yourself 10%. Use that promo code. Do what you have to do, and legitimately, just as they say, reload your life. My God, reload your life. I am just tongue twisted because it's getting late over here. But reload your life and pick up some Reload Rub right now, dude. It is it is
and
awesome.
It's amazing. And I wanted to, before we go, there's one more topic I want to hit before we bid good day to each other or good night.
Okay.
So I know you sat down because at the recommendation of me that you listened to the opening of the Jim Cornette drive-thru.
Yes, I did.
And give me a quick hot take on what you thought Corny's rebuttal was.
So look, look, I said this on our midday show, our midday
Mambo.
I was gonna call it like rendezvous, and I'm like, nah, that's not it. Look, I am not a fan of Jim Cornette. I listened to a good portion of his explanation. I could see where he's coming from, but I don't think he has the cachet to allow, or that allows people to judge him with nuance. If he says something sensational, if it sounds bad, people are gonna jump on him. I understand generally what he means with this take, but I still disagree. But I get that it might not be with as much malice as when the whole uproar just came about. That's what I think about it. He didn't really redeem himself in my eyes, but I slightly get it. How about you?
I felt he was speaking from a perspective of him not being a parent.
Well, sure. I'm not a parent either. Obviously. And I know. I mean, yeah.
You sit there and you try and you try and you try, and who knows how long that they were trying. I mean, Becky is 33 years old right now, and once you hit to like the 35 era, chances don't get any better. They diminish real hard, real quick, real fast.
Don't remind me.
No rush. Don't rush. Sorry, I was thinking of that stupid song now.
What song are you talking about?
The Don't Rush challenge.
What? How's that song go again?
He goes, "Don't rush." You know, you saw the.
I'm a melody guy, so yeah.
I'm not a melody. You remember the women did the TikTok?
I just paid attention to the visuals, not necessarily the song.
Oh, okay.
Not in like a pervy way, but just,
and then the men did their version.
Yeah.
However, completely off topic.
So who knows how long they were trying, right? And
right.
Yes.
So it depends how long they were trying. I mean, it's a feat. And just listening to him as a parent, it was kind of disheartening. And I'm the opposite of you. I like Cornette. I like hearing his stories. I like hearing the yesteryears of him preaching about professional wrestling. And let me tell you, I do enjoy a good old-fashioned wrestling match. However, what Cornette was saying was just I don't want to say hurtful. It was, God, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Ignorant. I think I would use the word ignorant, because it's so important to sit there and think about the future, and women have that maternity clock that's ticking, that baby clock. That baby has to get in that damn oven sooner rather than later. And if that baby decided to make its way right then and there, then that was what was going to happen. You can't stop nature. You can't stop it from running its natural course.
Right. And so, for Cornette, it's a different outlook. And, he doesn't share the same dreams. He doesn't necessarily share, look, every person's different, right? But I guess Jim Cornette has made like just this latter stage of his career, probably like the last 20 years, has been built on tearing down other people's dreams and other people's interpretations of either their entertainment or their outlook on life. So the problem becomes when you step away from the wrestling realm to then tell, a couple or in this case, Becky Lynch specifically, to tell her what she should do, what she should or should not do, with her body, with her career, with all of that. I think that like there's wrestling criticism, which he has all credibility in the world to stand up, right? No, like he's a wealth of knowledge. He's seen a lot of stuff. He's done a lot of stuff. He's made money. He's done all. I get it. For as much as I don't tune into a show and I don't hear all of his takes on the drive-through or on the experience and all that kind of stuff. I can admit he has a wealth of knowledge, but when you take it that extra step to say, no, you shouldn't make a personal decision because of your career, and I think you're dumb because you could have kids at any time. No, that's not necessarily the case. Not everybody is fortunate in that way to just decide, yes, it is time. Like Rafiki, like not everybody can do that. And so he crossed that line, and yeah, it's legit. It's out of willful ignorance and just this belief. And I've had, and I have friends like this, but there is this belief that they know better. Like, just because you are a master and you know everything in this one thing, that means they are the smartest guy in the room on everything. And Jim Cornette has always had this problem from what I've seen of him, from talking with people with just as much experience as him. They've all said the same thing. And this is just one clear example of it. And the fact that it comes at the height of one of the greatest joys of life, finding out you are going to bring a child into this world, and this son of a bitch decides to say that, when I that just that is a symptom. That isn't the real problem, but that is a sign of something that is a deeper issue for Cornette. And that's why I think at the heart of the matter, why I can't really get behind him, because there is this level of know-it-allism kind of just floated out there, this air of he can do no wrong just because his wrestling knowledge is gospel. Everything else, every opinion he has is just gospel. And I'm just not part of that cult. No offense if you are, or to any of our listeners who are, but I just personally can't get down with that. And this Becky Lynch fiasco isn't helping matters one bit.
There you go.
I'm sufficiently off my soapbox for the night.
Very good. And with that, I think we can close out the show.
Drew Gulak for independent wrestling champion or AEW champion. Just gotta throw that out there. Shout out to my boy Drew. Since we didn't talk about it during the midday mambo, but yeah, shout out to your boy Drew Gulak. He's gonna do big things whenever things get back to some sort of normalcy. I'm trying to see Drew Gulak and Chris Hero. I'm trying to see all these dream matches. It's gonna be awesome once we're back to normal. Just gotta throw that out there.
Whenever that may be.
Whenever it is. There's a lot of uncertainty. But
there is, but by God, we'll still be here.
Absolutely. We will be here. Technical problems and all, but we'll be out here teasing topics and not getting into them at all. Like Greenlight being the #1 theme for a WrestleMania ever made.
We'll get back to that one.
Mic drop. No further discussion. No further witnesses.
My way. For Kyle Cruz, I am Just in Time, and we will see you next week in 7.
Later.
See ya.